Ciao, welcome back. Or welcome if you are new here. I'm Zoe and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. You guys, do I need to do these ears? I feel like when I don't have the hair down, it's not really like as good. Yes or no? You like them? Yes for you? Okay. Okay. There. Like that. I'm sure there's probably like some trick to wearing them where I'm not wearing them right, and that's why they always feel like they're falling off, but I feel like they're too big. Okay, I got a bow. So guys, welcome back. I'm Zoe, and this is Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine, okay? The divine exists within each one of us. Today, I've had some, look at that, 1-1. I've had some pretty interesting channels and did a lot of resting. If you guys are part of a higher light seed, indigo, star, child, whatever, if you're a part of this collective, this higher conscious collective, then you may have probably been really tired, right? We're receiving a lot of upgrades and downloads right now. And because some of it is maybe like, so the best way I can describe it, right, to be like relevant to where we are now is like, imagine you're getting like an upgrade. Imagine like a program or an app or something, right? It needs like an update or an upgrade. It's like that, right? But it's like it hasn't been written like it hasn't been programmed to go with our software or whatever, right? I don't know how to explain it. Let me think about it for a second. Maybe they'll give me better words. 222. I'm going to show you guys. Today I'm actually not wearing something that I made, but I am wearing something that one of my lovely friends made. And I think it's important to support our friends, especially when they make cool things. So my friends, my dear friends, have this shop called Skull Bali. This is just a cute little, I don't know if it's a shirt or a dress. I wear it like a dress. And it has these little skulls on this one. And my friend Rhett, his brother, made this song, Never Tear Us Apart Again. So shout out to Skull Bali, where you can find awesome skull clothing and handmade skull accessories. And I like to support people that make amazing art. So back to the news. So guys, when so basically we're getting this download, this upgrade, like system upgrade or something like this. So imagine like, hello, imagine that you're trying to I didn't open my other device yet, so I can only see when you guys pop on it. It shows me like a little purple thing. So yeah, basically imagine it as like an app or a system upgrade, right? And so it's like it needs to like reboot or upgrade the system or like get stuff like better in order, but it's like it hasn't been written yet, right? Like it hasn't been quite coded yet. And so people, hello. And so what happened is people basically like, so we've been resting a lot, right? Maybe you should be drinking a lot of water. I've been drinking so much water. And I think it's super important because we're getting all these downloads. We're getting all these energetic upgrades. We're getting all of this. And that's like pretty much like what's happening for us, you know? And so we need to be aware. We need to be aware of that as conscious or aware beings. Like make sure that whatever you're surrounding yourself with, you know, I've been really big about, and I know I've talked about this already a couple times, not really being into like electronic music or beats or like the club or anything like that. I want like to hear something that was composed or produced or actual music or people singing or something like this. because everything is carrying a frequency, right? And so since we're in this very interesting, like, spiritual war, right? Spiritual warfare, I find that the frequency of everything, what we play or what we listen to and everything is like really really important, right? This is actually sounding really intense right now. I was playing some interesting creepy Halloween things. You know, so at least if people are singing or playing instruments or doing something like this is what's most important, right? So it's about our frequency. So the frequency, like, are we putting love in the water and the food before we eat it? Are we being grateful? Are we blessing it? Are we staying thankful? Like, everything is holding a frequency, and so we need to be aware of that, because we're in a frequency war and we're changing, right? So as we're doing this, people think there's like some quick fix to feel better, and it's actually not, right? What it is actually aligning with the proper frequency. Hello. I don't have my chat open. I can just see when you guys pop up. Hello. So it's about maintaining this certain frequency, and bringing that frequency in, right? And so this is what's really important, is what frequency are we omitting and what are we allowing? So like, if we're watching like crazy stuff like horror movies and negative things, you know, we're allowing this lower frequency. If we're listening to really intense stuff, or really like low vibrational or degrading, you know, like a little bit is okay, but like really manage it right now, because we're getting so many upgrades and downloads, and you know, they're trying to transfer all of this higher thing. So whatever your body is ready to accept, right? So whatever, like the highest frequency, like imagine, like the way that they show it to me is kind of like, I have to drink so much water. The way that they show it to me is kind of like, imagine if you're like an astronaut, right? Or like an astronaut or a pilot or something like this, right? And they put you in like a flight simulator or like an underwater or whatever, and they try to see like how long you can like go upside, like they're trying to test your agilities, you know? And so like that's basically like what's going on right now, is like how clear is your vessel, right? How clear is your, like, if you have too many, it's like, imagine like just having too many tabs open, right? You have too many tabs open, like there's too many programs running. Hello, there's too many programs running. And so, you know, like, for instance, I'm having this problem on my devices, right? I need to like clear them off. They're really old, like iPhone 8 or something. So I got to clear them off because there's like no space, right? And so what happens is they start wanting you to like delete apps or do whatever. And so that's basically what's happening. So the more things that we have our body, whether it's produced, whether it's food or things that we're watching or things that we're inputting or whatever, right? All of this is like frequency, right? Even the radio, right? The radio is a frequency. The TV is a frequency. Your phone is a frequency. Like, try to have it, like here I have it not next to me. But like I keep it way too much next to me. It's bad news. Hello. So, yeah, they're saying like that's super important right now, is how we're choosing. So if you're feeling more tired, like allow your body to rest, right? Allow your body to get the downloads, right? Like I take so many naps because I'm getting so much, because I'm channeling so much consistently. So some of the translation, basically the way that they download me is that some of the translation can't quite come through properly. So they put us to sleep so it can like not infiltrate our subconscious, but like kind of, but they know that that's not the right word. Like I know that that's not the right word. I can do less and attract more. Okay, so first card out the thing. I can do less and attract more. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. Okay, so what are you having fear of? Okay, for many of the collective right now, there's fear. Now there is a lot of things, and this is part of the program that's running right now, is just, you know, they want us to stay stuck in this fear, in this survival, in this, we have to fear or to work hard in order to survive, or things have to be done like you're not putting enough effort or energy. For some things there is action, but there's more small action that has to happen. I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Yeah. Are you embodying this energy? So when people ask me, when am I going to come in? When am I, you know, when am I going to be in love? Or when is this going to come in? Or when is this going to happen? You know, it's like, are you actually embodying that, right? Yeah. Directing my focus on what's thriving creates more of what I want. You guys, this music is really killing me. I mean, not like literally, but kind of. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. So we have to sometimes just realize that when we feed these fears or these worries or these things too much, then that's what we're giving all the energy to, right? Energy flows where attention goes, okay? So because of that, hello, I can only see when you guys pop up to say hello. I can't see if you guys are writing anything. I can't see it. I don't have my other device open to chat with you guys. I can do it, but I'm channeling right now. So yeah, what we have to do is sometimes know that we place the order, right? We place the order with the universe, and we have to surrender to say, okay, they're bringing it or delivering it like how they will, right? Like maybe you thought it was going to be delivered by ground mail and it comes by air mail, or maybe, do you know, like maybe it gets like delivered in like a singing telegram, or, you know, I don't know, like I'm just saying randomly. I mean, that could connect with some of you. If that connects to any of you, please share that. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. Yeah. So when we are feeling light and in this space of love, we have a higher capacity to really just be able to tune, to allow the universe to help tune us and tune things into our frequency, into our realm, into our area. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I tried to listen to a different type of Halloween thing. I really tried to listen to something different. You guys can't see me, can you? And that shit was just too much for me. It was way too much for me. Let's see what I can do here. Now I can see. I haven't been able to see you guys. It's still actually very hard to see. Hello. So, I see that a bunch of you guys are writing messages. I can't read the messages. I have an old shitty phone. I'm sorry. I don't have my other device. I normally have my other device open so I can see what you guys are writing, but I can't see what you're writing, okay? I can just see every time someone sends a message, and with like a little purple, especially when you guys get that number 1, 2, or 3 crown. The most talky in the chat, like I see that. I can see your name that pops up next to that purple thing, but not always what you write. Again, so it's like this, right? My phone needs to update the app, right? So I can access some of these things, but like, I need to empty it, and I can't have the right cord that plugs into the computer, and so I'm not gonna focus on all the things that are like seeming to create roadblocks or be out of my control, because that's not, it's not helping, right? It's not helping. It's not keeping me in a good, positive state. So we gotta stay in this happy state, this grateful state. Thank you, universe. Okay, thank you for realigning me to something else I should be doing, right? Maybe work with your hands. I need to do some crafting today. I need to do some crafting today. So let's see. Let's see which of the keepers of light want to come in with us today. Get some incense. Yay, guys. So it is Monday officially where I'm at, Moon Day. If we're talking about the moon and sources of energy, Cancer is its ruling sign, okay? So it is a more water-based planet or sign. It is more of an emotional state, okay? So here we learn about more things than just tarot. If you don't like it, I don't care. Go find somebody else somewhere. So, dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, okay? Aliens, archangels, galactic federation, all those in the cosmos and the heavens, attempting to direct us, yes, attempting to direct us and guide us with blessings and knowledge and clarity and information of the highest vibrational frequency of love and light with the highest timeline possible and outcome for all involved. We thank thee for their guidance and their clarity. So it is, and your protection. So on Monday, Moon Day, the moon is really about our emotional state, right? The moon is also about maybe some things that we choose to, maybe illusions or something like this. So I always look at Monday like, Monday is my Sunday. And I always joked when I moved to the other side of the world because I was like, oh, it actually is Sunday. When it's Monday here, it's Sunday like on the opposite side of the world. And so anyways, but like, yeah, there's something about like what's hidden, what's illusionary, what are some of your, what is some of your emotional turmoil or state that you haven't brought up? We're about to have a new moon tomorrow. New moon in Libra, okay? Justice is about to be served, you guys. Look at this, Master Jesus just wanted to be here. Okay? Bringing that Christ consciousness, guys. Okay? And Serapis Bay, Ascension. Awesome. So, let's talk about these. Let's talk about these guys. Lord Ganesha, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Okay? Some of you guys may, hello guys, I can't read your chat today. I gotta turn on the other device. When I'm done channeling. Lord Ganesha, okay? So some things may have been obstacles, some things may have been creating obstacles for us. And some things we may have been allowing to be obstacles for us by choice, okay? This is really what I'm getting very strongly. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. So make sure that you reach out to your angels, to your spirit teams, to your ancestors, okay? When you feel like there's an obstacle, when you feel like you're not sure if you're dealing with something or someone that's deceptive, right? Immediately check in and figure out how to get that back into balance, right? So ask. They wanna bless you. Yeah, They want to help you create this sturdy foundation. They want to remove anything that is not of the highest vibrational frequency, right? Any third parties, any other things, right? Things you may know about, things you may have been hiding. You know, not everything does everybody have to bring out to light. Like, they don't have to share everything everywhere, you know? For many, I'm getting this vibe that they could be feeling uncomfortable to share some things because they don't want them to come to light, because it would wound them or their ego. Okay, guys. Well, if you don't want people to say bad things about you, then you shouldn't do bad things to people or be a bad person. Just an idea, just a thought. Like, people are gonna say bad stuff about people anyways. Like, I just got used to it. I'm just like, all right, whatever. People talk shit. I don't care. I don't let it affect me. Like, I know who I am. I know who my character is. I'm not gonna let anybody else's opinion like change that. Yeah. You ain't gonna change my world. No. Like, boom. Ganesha. Like, I'll just part the seas, right? Just do that. Part the seas. Like, if somebody isn't, okay. So if somebody isn't doing something you want to be doing, like fulfilling some future dream that you have, if they're not rich or successful at doing things, or if they're not an example of what you want to be doing, then don't do it, okay? Number one example, okay? I have like a very good friend, and I say many times, this is so funny, messages about the past, okay? And how it can help blossom, okay? So I told her, you know, I wanted to share, right? I wanted to share this story about like all the stuff that I had been through and how it had really kind of like fucked me up, and how I had healed from it, and how even though I was like a little bit skeptical of people, like I feel like you know, and she told me like, you shouldn't do that, you know, like people don't want to hear your story. And I'm just like, do I care if people want to hear my story? She's like, you know, people go to your channel so they can get their tarot read. So you should just stick to reading their tarot and get more directly to the point. And I'm like, listen, I do these readings as an offering of love. I charge very high price to do personal readings and energetic sessions. So, Empress vibes, guys. So what I choose to give out with my own heart out of love is my choice. And if that means I feel drawn to share a personal story, or you guys are just listening to my personal story time, then that's fucking what it is also. You know, if you don't want to hear it, you can schedule a personal or private read with me. You can email me to schedule a personal or private reading with me that I just talk to you directly about what your shit's about. Because trust me, if I'm doing a read, I want to talk what that's about. You're not going to hear any, like, unless I feel like it's relevant and you need to some type of validation, like, that's what you pay for. Here, you're getting it for free, essentially, right? Participation, I appreciate likes, comments, subscribes, donations, shares, guys. So yeah, if somebody's not doing something, if somebody's not living the dream life or having the dream job or the dream wife or the dream business or whatever, don't fucking listen to whatever they have to say, because unless they're killing it, whatever their doubt or their fear of why you shouldn't do it, you know, something she tells me a lot is, oh, well, there's a bunch of people that already do that. And it's like, but nobody's me, and nobody's doing it the way I'm doing it, and nobody's doing the same thing what I'm doing, right? I'm like a little variety show over here, guys. And yeah, and that's really what I'm working up to, you know? I don't want to do just a regular podcast. I want to bring people on and have interesting conversations where we can actually learn things together, and you know, have a little bit of a not an argument, but have a little bit of like agree to disagree and hear people from different perspectives, right? I'm not out here just to listen to myself all the time. Not at all. I'm just a messenger. I'm just here to deliver messages. But I feel like there's other people I can channel in through and work with to share more messages and more information about how we can take better action and tap into things, right? So, Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. Okay. So, can you give us some clarification on expect miracles? Okay, for some of you, the miracle that you've been working on is walking away from somebody or something that you weren't really, that either wasn't really passionate about you or that you weren't really passionate about, okay? Or that the passionate just went away or just was never there. Didn't matter how much work you put into it. It wasn't there. So expect miracles, okay? As you've walked away from things that no longer serve you, that are no longer in alignment with your passion or your soul's purpose or path, this new offering of love will enter, yeah. And this will bring actual wish fulfillment, okay? So this is the miracle that you need to expect. Amazing. Open communication. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. First we have Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be loved. For many of you guys, okay, for many, especially the twin flame or the whatever soulmate collective, okay? Open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard, okay? You need to offer this, you need to offer this cup of love, right? You need to offer it. For some, I'm getting this very, like somebody feels that somebody's not being fair because they're not putting any work into growing something, right? Into growing this connection. They're not feeling loved. They're not feeling cared about. Yeah, no. Okay. Again, a lot. You guys, we keep getting two major energies, okay? Yeah. Two major energies here. Okay, yeah. So first energy is that. Second energy, King of Swords energy. King of Swords, we have the Death in reverse, okay? So this guy, I'm taking action, right? I'm not letting this thing go, right? I'm ready to take action, to move forward, to say what I need to say. I made a decision, right? I'm not at an indecision anymore. I know that my ego is hurt for a while, but now I'm returning as the Emperor. I'm returning because I know that I'm ready to take this action and to speak my truth and to do that, okay? And I want to have this, okay? So two energies, okay? One is going to have affirmative action and not want to give up, okay? Not want to give up on creating something new with you. And not just new, everlasting, okay? The other is going to be in this, okay? And the other person the other person that's over here, this person now doesn't have to be, this is Sagittarius energy. This person has been working hard to actually try to hurt or to break your heart. And actually what they're doing is they're trying to break your love and your reputation because maybe you're not giving them the love that they want, okay? So because they didn't get the love or the attention that they want, now they're holding on to the idea of kind of talking shit, right? To try to get back at feminine. But the thing is it's taking a lot of work, and they can't really have one foot in They can't have one foot in each thing anymore. Look at justice, you guys. The new moon is coming tomorrow and it is in Libra. Okay? You guys, Scorpio, Mars, all of this. Pluto just went direct. We're going into the unworld. Justice. The new moon is in the sign of Libra, which is justice. Okay? So, this being upside down, okay? This person is going to pay for all of the, for all of this. For withholding information, for lying, for verbally, mentally, physically, emotionally, attacking, working to kind of put this person out. They're going to get some legal or illegal action coming into them, okay? They may get an opportunity for a new path, but they're going to have to go somewhere else, okay? They're going to have to go somewhere else in the world. They may defend that. They may defend that thinking that they have the ability to get what they want, to be victorious, to get their way. However, there will be some more evidence that is going to come to light. Oh, you guys, this is juicy. However, there will be more evidence that comes to light about some fuckboy shit, all right? Somebody is gonna actually, when they think that they've come out victorious because they got in a way, nah, all the swords are gonna come in their back, and what they thought, because they didn't take the opportunity. Okay, they wanted to be this fuckboy. They wanted to be in and out. They wanted to do what they wanted to do. They wanted to fuck around. Okay, they didn't want to make the commitment. Right? They were blatantly ignoring the offering. This isn't a missed opportunity, right? This is like, it's like, yeah, that was what you chose to take action for, was not the opportunity that the divine was offering you guys, okay? Bad course of action. That's like can I say it? Yeah, okay, yeah. And this is gonna cause an upheaval for many people, actually. There may be many groups, 5 or more groups that will be involved, or 5 or more people that will be going down with this. Because they didn't take the opportunity. They wanted to be fuckers, and they try to get back at somebody when they really thought. So they were having their victory dance a little too soon. Whoa! Whoa, didn't think things all the way through now, did they? Not good, not good. And here comes in the divine, like, shh, I'm about to end your world with this sneaky shit, and y'all are gonna be not in a happy mode. You're gonna be left there. You thought you were sneaking away? You thought you were getting away with some shit? No, 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 no. We were just letting you play that to see what action you would make. Loser. It's over. And this might not be the world being upside down. It might be over for them many places in the world. Woo! Communication. Communication. They can pray to Jesus, Master Jesus here. Okay? They can pray to Master Jesus here. Forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness. I don't know. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Okay, for some of you guys, it could be daddy issues. Could be that's what's getting in the way. And now this is not specific to a female. This is not specific to a female. Daddy issues can also be from males. Let me tell you, daddy issues can be from males as well. Yeah, my ex always used to be like, I made a mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. You're a full-grown ass man. You made a choice. You made a decision. That was your decision. That wasn't a mistake. You know what you were doing when you did it. Nice try, bitches. Boom. They can't stop thinking about it. Actually, it's driving them fucking nuts. They can't stop thinking about this stupid action that they took or made. Maybe they're praying, okay? I think that they're praying to divine or higher powers. They're praying. They're doing this prayer to try to ask for forgiveness. The problem is God is the one that you betrayed for sure, like on some other note, but who you actually betrayed was the person that you claimed was your dream or your wish, but it was not. It was just, you just wanted to. Okay, for many of you, this can be masculine or feminine, okay? And it can be something that you've been up to for a while, a long time. It can be seven months, 7 years for some of you guys, a minute. Okay? And you've been hiding some emotion. Someone's been hiding some emotion. Okay, can you give me clarification on this forgiveness, on this Master Jesus? Someone from the past, okay? This can also be past life, asking for forgiveness. That's going to come in, maybe, with an apology or asking for forgiveness. Maybe they're coming in with some money. They could be coming in to say, listen, I've been holding out forever, and wow, they could want to take action and say, you're what they want to build a future with, okay? Please forgive them. For some, this can be someone that you've known for a long time. This can be someone that you've been in a long relationship with. This can be a family member, okay? This can be a soulmate, someone that has known you for quite some time. I'm sensing some time, okay? For some, it can be it can be a long time. For some, it can be 10 years. Some, it can be 20. Okay, some, like this is a long time. For some, only like a few, like 4 years. It could be 7 months, 7 years, something like this. For some, I'm sensing 10, like a decade. I see 4 here and 6 here. It's been like a decade, okay? And they've been holding on to this secret, or holding on to hope. And this is like a wish or a dream, right? Hope, wish, dream, a fantasy. And here I'm not feeling this as a third party. They want to celebrate, right? They want to come and celebrate with you, right? They want to share in their happiness. They want to share that you are their happiness. Okay, yeah. They see you as the Empress, okay? They want to maybe create a family, okay? And they have some things that they don't want to have any more secrets. They maybe have some secrets that they've been hiding. They want to ask for forgiveness. And they want to say, in the process of asking for forgiveness or expressing this, they need you to not be so defensive or be so judgmental to them, okay? Not so quick to cut them off, okay? See the King of Swords and the World, okay? You need to learn more, okay, collective? For some of you guys, you're not going to know enough information right away, okay? For some of them, they may want you to try to make a decision right away before you have more information. For some of them, they could be doing that because they want you to make the decision before you find out the information, because they feel like that information might change your decision as well. So, yeah, be discerning, right? Be discerning with your judgment. Really tune into your intuition, right? Intuition is the new, yeah, look at it. Be the queen of cups, right? I don't need to take any more knockdowns, right? I don't need to chumbawamba this shit, right? I don't need to get knocked down again. I can foresee things coming, and I'm not gonna allow that to happen, right? I'm going to cut that shit off, like. So we have the Queen and King of Cups, okay? For some of them, they could have just needed to, For some of you guys, they need you to be in a state of forgiveness, or they need you to be in a state of happiness or hope, or just like wishing and dreaming about something, thinking about them, thinking about them, not just like from the past, but like coming into present, and to really like not be thinking about all of the bad things. Think about them coming in. Yeah, think about them coming in quickly, and yeah, you already know you don't need to be super judgy, right? You don't need to be super judgy with them. You're already gonna know because you have very strong intuition, okay? And they know that. So maybe they've waited until they can tell you everything before they can come in, because they know they're not gonna be able to hide. I think they had to work through some things. And again, what I keep getting, look at this. The Lovers and the Fool with victory, okay guys? So you have, with the 2. So you have to make the decision, okay? Are you worried about what other people might say or think? Or have you made the decision that you're gonna be victorious if you take this leap of faith towards this person that you love, right? For some of them, they can feel like maybe there's more work that needs to be done. But I feel like what's happening is a lot of the work that actually needs to be done, it needs to be done together, okay? This was like a very strong thing, like in my last learning experience, that's what I'll call it. In my last learning experience was, there's so many things that had to be learned or healed or experienced together, like with another person in a more intimate situation. And I don't mean like all of the situations were intimate like lovers. I mean, sometimes we were like one another's like sibling or parent or child, do you know, like needed to be able to be held and cry or have a tantrum or whatever, you know, like this. So just that's what I mean by like in a more intimate way, right? We should all be able to wish and hope that we can cultivate safe spaces with people like that, so we have the ability to do it so it doesn't end in this heartbreak, right? We already know that we don't take things personally, and that their words or their actions or their expressions or their sadness or whatever had nothing to do with us, right? I got tired of trying to explain that, like whatever I was experiencing sometimes when I needed to be by myself, like had nothing to do with them. That became exhausting, you know? I'm just like, we're going, like, I gotta get out of the cycle. Gotta get out of the cycle. Yeah, it took a lot of strength, okay? I didn't have a lot of strength for a while. I had to rebuild it, you guys. Serapis Bay Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Yeah, and that's what we have to do. We have to rise above. You know, we see a lot of the etymology or the way that words are actually used. And one of the things that I've been noticing for a very long time is falling. Like, I'm falling for you, I'm falling in love, we're falling in line. Like, no, we're rising. We're rising in love, we're rising in consciousness, we're rising in community, okay? So let us rise together, not fall. Let's start to change it. Words are spells, that's why it's called spelling, okay? Like, we're falling together, like, yes, maybe now it's the fall, right? The season changed. Words are spells. So, can we have clarification for ascension, please? Clarification for ascension. For some of us, we've done a lot of work, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. We've planted a lot of seeds. We've really done the work that it takes to be able to have this 10 of Pentacles, right? Amazing. For some, you can be expecting a happy heart, a repaired heart, not a heartache. Maybe somebody else that's coming in that is a very hard worker. Yes, that makes very good, not emotional business moves, but very good business moves. There is nothing but pentacles here, okay? They're gonna come in and make you an offer, okay? They may not start, I don't think they're gonna start the offer off. For some of them, I don't think they're gonna start the offer off with, like, directly with love. It may turn into that, okay? This may be actually like a business person And they may just get you to say, you know, like, I will change your life. Like, I will literally, like, take care of whatever you need, right? Nobody's taking action for you, I will, okay? For some, this could be traveling the world. This could be working in different places around the world. This can be that they've created different homes and different things around the world. Yeah, they've been working and planting. For many of them, they have, again, this is so crazy. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? So maybe they walked away before because they didn't realize you were the wish or the dream, or maybe where you thought that they were walking away or ghosting or avoiding, they actually weren't. They were just trying to get everything ready. They were trying to get everything into balance for you, for the Empress, preparing. And that's why all these pentacles were coming into play. They needed to have some things built, some things planted, some things already there for longevity. So when you come in, so when the Empress comes in, there's nothing for her to complain about. There's nothing for her to argue about. Just the union. They just get to figure out, yeah, how to make this commitment and how to remove anybody, right? Remove anybody that's not bringing them happiness anymore, that's keeping them in mental construct, that there will be justice. Okay, for some of them, what they're saying is they've also been working, okay, because they don't want you to have to do all this work. Okay, yeah, they don't want you to have to do all this work. For some, many people may have wronged you, Empress, or collective, okay? Take this as it resonates, leave what doesn't. Many may have wronged you, and now shit is disintegrating for them, okay? They may be trying to be defensive, and it's not coming out victorious. And every time they try to, like, snitch on you or, like, throw you under the bus, right? I'm not saying you. Every time they try to snitch on collective, throw collective under the bus, they're completely unsuccessful. Something of theirs comes crumbling down, right? The action does the exact opposite, and it leaves them in this fucking state of the sad boy state of like, fuck, all of this work, nothing, like, fuck, we thought we had it. Like I said, the energy that was coming out before, but collective or high priestess, empress, or collective energy, if this is masculine also, this can, like, okay, so if we're in twin flame, then masculine and feminine can be doing this together to people that were trying to fuck them up, okay? People may have been trying to fuck things up that you have been preparing for an extended amount of time. The masculine has been preparing for an extended amount of time. Yeah, I'm getting that, okay? For many of them, there could have been farms or gardens or houses, different things, different properties and stuff they had to walk away from. There were spells and stuff like this that were taking out some of the places, some of the plants and the trees and the food. Ooh, woo! Hello, whoever's coming on today. Yeah, okay, so they're ready. That path, all that shit is over, okay? They're ready to come in. They're ready to come in, and they cannot stop thinking about whatever you do. Like, I'm just hearing this, every little thing she does is magic. Whatever you do, or whatever ideas you have, they think all of your ideas are great. They don't ever want to argue. They want to support every idea that you have. They know that you know what you're talking about, and they know that maybe you have great foresight, okay? That you know how to predict things and see things. You may be very great in seeing through the lies or the deception or the illusion behind things that people try to build up that aren't actually true, that every time they listen to somebody else, they end up not so happy. But whenever they listen to you, they're like, yeah, I feel great. I didn't abandon this thought or this emotion, right? Whoever did ain't getting what they want now. Okay, guys, that's interesting. Empress. Okay. So Empress energy, you could be coming up with a new idea, a new job. You could be gestating a new project. What is that? What do you want it to be? What is this new business, this new relationship, this new life as we're entering this new moon in Libra? Really, what are the things that we have let go of? Think about it like a cosmic scale of justice, right? Who was stabbing you in the back? What was giving you, what's been giving you positive energy and what's been draining you, right? What is still prevalent to move forward with, right? Yeah. Who's fucking you around? You may know who's been fucking you around or taking stuff from you, you know? For some of you guys, for some of the masculines, they could be worried also that the feminine, they could be just having all these crazy thoughts and nightmares about other men, feminine being with other men. Also vice versa. Feminine might be having all these thoughts or nightmares about masculine acting like a bit of a fuckboy. Okay, let's get, you guys, let's get info on this. I need to know. I just love tuning into your guys to collective's energy and then seeing like what the tea is, right? What is the tea? What do you guys got going on? Like, I mean, fuck it. It's like real world, right? This is real world collective, real world collective channeling. Like, what's going on? Like, what drama is happening in the cosmos today? Like, in this earth sitcom today. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like we're like a sitcom for our cosmic people. Okay, so let's see, you guys. God, what was I gonna ask? God, this is how New Brain works. Oh, somebody is stressed out. Okay, collective, masculine or feminine, you guys are stressed out. Okay, so you're worried. Woo! Okay, so for some of them, we have the Lovers in reverse here. And we have, this is kind of like the card of being single. And then we have, from the past, soulmates, lovers. This can be family, something like this, okay? So when we look at these three cards together, what we can notice is what this person from the past, okay, what this soulmate or whoever is wondering, okay, is if you're single or not, okay? Maybe they had to get to the point, maybe they were feeling insecure. Maybe they were feeling insecure about coming in because you weren't single, right? They had to know. They had to know, or they had to be single in order to enter because maybe they didn't want to explain it also to collective. This is also part of it, yeah. So now they want to enter, okay? Now that they know, they want to enter, they want to offer this cup of love, they want to say, listen, I've been thinking about this for a long time. Actually, you've been, why is this? You've been on my mind. It's not even a choice. I was just healing and waiting for you to heal. Waiting for you to make the decision, okay? They feel really alone right now. Okay, they feel a bit alone right now. They feel like they're not sure who to trust. Like everybody has kind of like stabbed them in the back, or they feel like they've been up to something. You know, like they feel like they have to be defensive. And what they're being most defensive towards is this wish or this dream. They feel like they cannot share this wish or this dream, okay? For some of them, maybe they've tried to send messages, maybe they've tried to call or message or email, and I see the Tower in reverse. So what this means to me, and then the Moon in reverse, okay, with this, with the Victory. Okay, so what this means to me is, and then the Empress in reverse. Okay, so they didn't, and then the Eight of Cups Okay, so they didn't, so the message is, maybe they did send a message, right? Maybe there wasn't a response, okay? Um, Maybe because generally speaking, they knew they were gonna have to tell the truth and they weren't really that into it because they knew that it may end badly and they don't want to do that. They want to be victorious in whatever their move is, right? And they know if they do something that creates a domino effect that is going to not make somebody feel safe or stable. Now, this can be masculine or feminine. I'm just saying this is in reverse. So knowing that they're not, that they're being victorious in their game, right? And pretending what they're saying or doing, right? But not, like, their words aren't matching their actions, right? And so they know if they don't, if they're not victorious in creating this stability, that they're gonna end up walking away, or feminine's gonna end up sending them away, or vice versa. You know, masculine may just walk away from feminine saying, you know what, I'm not into it. Like I said, free will, you know? Like, I just stay in a space of loving myself. I don't, okay, whoever's coming in, no. You know, I very strongly know what my wants are, right? I know that I want union with somebody that's put in the work, not somebody that's can't think about what comes next, or mental torture, or other people. Like, that's not, I can't, like, no, I can't deal with that. So, or people that are just in and out, you know, like, I'm past that. My energy is too precious. Like, I can't just be connecting with all these people, right? My energy and my vessel is super whatever, and it's not made for that. Yeah, that's like devil, that's devil energy. I don't need to do that, and whoever needs to do that is not on the same vibrational frequency as me, you know? I'm looking for someone that's on the same path, right? And this is basically what masculine and feminine are both saying, is they want somebody that's on the path, not somebody that's that they're gonna have to hide something from, that they're gonna have to be safe, because like that's gonna drive them crazy. And something that they also wanna know is if the other one is ready to make this path and let go of the other passion or the other third party or the other things that maybe they're attached to, things or people, right? Are they willing to let go of those things to come into union? And I think that that's a really big thing, you know? Now, earlier today, I was channeling, well, at first I was writing in my journal, okay? I'm gonna make an offering of love. Yeah, I should share my message, okay. So I started writing, and it's so hard. I don't know where all my pens are, like all this stuff is going so hard, and you can see, look. So it's like in and out, so it's really, so be patient with me because it's very hard for me to read the channel because the pen is dying and coming back to life and dying and coming back to life. And I feel like it's kind of the energy of the collective, right? Of the collective coming in to union or not into union. I mean, this is really, so this is twin flame collective for sure. And I will explain to you what I was experiencing or feeling this morning. What I was experiencing or feeling this morning is like, okay, well, is it because some other traumatic event that happened to me? Look at this light coming through. Shining my light, let's go. Is it because of some other traumatic event or circumstance, right, that created this idea in my mind that this person was my person, is my person? And then I was like, wait a second, no, because I had all these signs and these signals like prior to the really traumatizing event. But am I connecting that, right? Am I connecting that? So, so trigger warning, you guys, just, I'm gonna be real, trigger warning, okay? So people that have survived like different types of abuse, especially like narcissistic abuse, comes in many forms. And I've been talking about this and I'm gonna keep talking about it to spread awareness, okay? So there is like mental emotional, spiritual, physical, right? Verbal, psychological, right? There's many different ways that people can be abusive or manipulative, right? And there's many different ways that when we've experienced stuff like that, that trauma can be affecting us really big, because we're still maybe healing or digesting some of those things, right? And so that's what I had to ask myself, like momentarily, like, right, as we're letting things go and as we're coming into this moon and all this energy and everything like that, right? Like, I had to ask myself, am I connecting something that was like a traumatic experience, or did I already experience my experience, right? Like, did we already complete the twin flame journey because I became the best version of myself, right? Right? We push each other to become the best versions of ourselves, and that's kind of like what the journey is more about, right? Is this person awakening this within us, right? Look at this. The ice cream truck comes, like, amazing, right? So we're just awakening that childlike nature, those things, those old things that we're seeing from past lives, from ancestral wounding and things like that. And I feel, okay, so like, because I had to ask, because I see things through so many densities and so many timelines, right? And so because of that, because I've found many soulmates, people that I've had many past lives with, I had to be like, is this someone that, like, is this a lover from many past lives, but actually they're not meant, they were meant to like be a catalyst in this life? And then like did I already catalyze the situation? You know, like, what happened? Just like trying to check in with myself, right? And as I was doing it, I was actually like speaking to somebody, and the phone was like not having it. It's just like boom. Every time I say something that they're not in agreement with, they just shut that shit off. They just like shut it down real quick. It's really funny. But so anyways, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about how this person, right, how all these times in all these situations, how I've like saved myself, right? I've been the only one to save myself from these abusive situations. And this was the first time in my life that someone else actually, I don't know, like, I mean, I'll say it, that someone else came to rescue me, right? That I felt like I had like a rescuer or a hero, right? And now for the story and the romanticism of it, okay, like, yes, my hero, right? Like, however, the person, this being, was still coming back, but I just remember sitting there, right? I remember sitting there and just waiting and praying to the divine and saying, like, please, I want to see, I'm just like waiting for the sun to rise. I know this person will come. I know someone will come, and then I know I'll be saved. And I just wanted to wait for the sun to rise, and was just like, please let me to see another sunrise. And that's why the sun is coming here. And the really interesting thing about this is, like I said, it's every year there's 13 lunar phases, right? And so we've been through all these phases, and then there's solar phases, right? And so now it will be 13 lunations, and but 12 by our standard calendar suns, technically speaking. Now, it happened on a full moon in October, and a dozen years ago. And I think it's very interesting that from the full moon, this is like the story that I wanted to share, that I kept getting distracted because all the dumb bullshit. And so I thought it very interesting, right, that now it's happening on the same day. Today is my unbirthday. No, today is my rebirth day, okay? So today is the day that I was actually like rescued, right? I was saved by my hero. And it changed something in me, right? And so that's what I had to ask. Was the fact that somebody cared enough to save me was like, was that enough for like somebody that's super empathetic, or was that enough to push or propel me to do all of these things? And then I had to start listing and going through all of the crazy things that this had inspired me, this being had like inspired me to do, to be better, to find myself, to go within, to do all of these things. And so I had to start looking at all of the signs and the synchronicities and all of the crazy stuff, and how I've been all around the world and done all these things, and I was like, okay. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna journal. And so I started to journal about the situation. And so I don't know if many of you guys know, if you've checked out my other channel, but I will channel sometimes rhymes and music and stuff like this. I think because I'm very artistic, I channel a lot of dead artists and musicians. And so for me, I think it's awesome, right? I think it's awesome. Awesome. But as I'm writing, I can tell the different people that are coming through. I mean, I can't tell exactly who the people are at the time, but I can tell like the writing will change, the way the words, the slang, the connotation, everything will change as I'm channeling. And so what I was wondering is, okay, what I was asking in this moment was basically like, am I, right? Because I know that I am a divine feminine on this twin flame journey, right? However, I'm just like, did I already actually fulfill the contract, and am I just a messenger, like fulfilling, right? Like, do we actually come into union, and am I just channeling this for other people to come into union, or what, right? Like, does this make sense, or doesn't this make sense? So, and that's what I was like, okay, give me the clarity, right? And this again was because my other friend put it in my mind that I'm sharing only my story. I'm like, no, I'm not sharing my story. I'm sharing like the information, what is being channeled through me. Now it's coming out through my voice and through my words that they have access to, which may not be that complex because I have traumatic brain injury. So I'm still healing and working to increase, but yes, they will find the right vibrational frequency or resonance of the best word that they can, and the best way that they can show or describe or whatever the information for me to convey. And so a lot of times I think because my friend, like, because I share a lot of things that are my personal things, she always thinks everything, I'm like, this isn't, like, this is collective, right? And so I went back and I looked, and I actually looked, and a lot of the things, even I saw a lot of different collective readings of people are also having the same thing with money, with will, with people that are going to go to jail, like with people coming back in, with people leaving things. Like, all of this is actually like just, it is actually collective information. And I'm like, well, these people are actually posting these things at the same time that I'm channeling them. So I don't believe in coincidences, right? I recognize synchronicity. And so that's what I do. So I want to read this to you, because this is actually a collective channel. Like I said, I started writing, started journaling, right, this morning. As I watched the sun rising to light this new sky, on this rebirthday morning, 12 years have flown by. I never once before then in my life felt that someone would ever come back or even show up to save mine. Now, this is what I started writing, and you can tell at this point, okay, you can probably tell at this point, the writing actually changes. You can tell by looking. The writing actually changes. And so from here is where the channel message starts coming in. Now I see how this is relevant to my journey and also to many other people's journey. This is nondescript, right? This is something that twin flames feel or experience. And so this is what I really felt that's been coming through the collective, is they want to know if we want to know if we're going crazy or imagining something, or if we're just feeling a collected conscious or a collected feeling, right? We want to know that. Hello. And so that's where this came through. So when as soon as I realized that's, who is this person that would come to save my life, right? Then it came through. I know what I feel. And it's billions of lifetimes that we have always spent to find one another, regardless of what timelines we thought had applied. It's as if nobody else would ever suffice. Just the mere thought of you brings my soul back to life. It's an undeniable feeling, an unforgettable unveiling of the masks, a never-ending story filled with tasks that seem obscure to others. We just keep on pushing towards this lover. We know it comes as a calling from the deep within our souls. This inner lantern glows, flames burning brightest. That's why we must fight this. Be put through these tests. Our soul was once one and chose this blessed mess. Yet no messing or messages needed. We operate on energy and communicate through telepathy. It's connectivity through higher divinity. It's a familiar song that our soul can't stop to sing. Yet somehow we haven't written all of the lyrics, so it's still as if it's an unfinished symphony. Never in this life, never in this lifetime have we felt anything or any being else more divinely aligned. Our love is an ancient one that will forever infinitely be intertwined, rippling through all space, dimensions, and time. Blind he was not. It was only that he temporarily forgot. No, beloved, you are not crazy. I know that these feelings can sometimes be an awakening. It's as if shaping, regenerating our ways, redirecting what we require to what we crave. Okay, so yeah, engraved on our soul, right? This pen is dying. Engraved upon our souls. So anyways, the point is, guys, is many of you guys have been feeling or experiencing these feelings and wondering if the other person is feeling them, and the answer is yes. The other person is feeling these intense feelings. If you are in a twin flame connection, then yes, your twin is probably experiencing and feeling the same thing. So when you feel really excited, they might be getting very excited. When you feel overwhelmed, they might get overwhelmed. When you start to cry or freak out, they might start to feel anxiety, right? If you're crying, they might get depressed, right? We're mimicking, we're repeating. I mean, we're reflecting, okay? So if you don't want any more tower moments, do the work that it takes, okay? Know that some things take a little bit longer. Some things are on their way, okay? For many, they just had to drop this third party. And again, third party doesn't always have to be another person. It can be an addiction. It can be work. It can be a job. It can be a contract. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it can be stopping to message people. It can be stopping to talk to certain people or to drop certain connections. What are these messages? What are these messages? Okay, for some of them, they don't want you to know that you guys are fucking diabolical, okay? I'm just reading the messages, okay? Whoever is out here watching it, all my people, I love you, but I mean, this is kind of like Morticia and Gomez Adams shit, you know? They don't want to tell you something, and they don't want you to know. It may be something, they want something to be a surprise, okay? They want something that you've been waiting for to be a surprise, okay? Maybe the person, maybe some people that fucked you up, they want to give you this gift. Okay, check this out. These people that try to fuck you up, that try to break some things down, that may have fucked some stuff up for you. They may have been a past lover also. They may have tried to do something. They may have tried to actually fuck with your wealth, your abundance, your work, something like this, and really been trying to mess you up emotionally. What they're telling me is they want to give you this as a gift, okay? They want to give you this as a gift, show you that they took out all of these people. Like, I mean, take it as it means, because they're not fucking around when they're ready to take action. They're like, I'm not taking a leap of faith. Like, I'm making a life-changing decision, a commitment, and yeah, and I'm creating a foundation, which means there is no imbalance that happens. If it's Emperor energy, they're not, nah. Like, they cut the weakest link. They ain't even trying to fuck around. Like, Aries is like, act first, think later. Yeah. It's like, no, we're creating something real here. We're creating something stable here. And anything that is proven, anything or anybody that is proven to be lying, manipulative, stealing, like fake friend, fake whatever, like they want to, they already know that you kind of know, but they still are like, hey, I'm about to bring you some justice. And this is something, okay, so this is something that they've been sneaking on, that they've been hiding on. Okay, a lot of people that were trying to fuck up the union, okay? And again, this can be past lovers or people that were trying to fuck with you by doing love spells and other things like this, okay? People that were taking from you, that were not giving to you, people that were pretending to be your friends or your family or whatever, yeah, they've been found out. And not only have they been found out, they've been found out by a higher level law, some type of law enforcement, right? And not only that, but they have all the fucking receipts to match it, right? And they think that they've been being fucking sneaky. But masculine, okay, that's what he's been working on, okay? That's what he's been working on. He wants to make justice, like reciprocity. That may be a wedding present, okay? That may be a present or something that they want to lead with. They might want to be like, they may think like, can I offer that as a passion, as a, would that make you happy, feminine? Would that make you happy? Or they're in a little bit of mental regret about it, because they know that you're mostly like a peaceful person, and they don't want you to be worrying about this. They don't want you to be concerned for other people, and they don't want you to not like them because of some people that they may have fucking thrown under the bus. Because to be honest, these people were throwing you under the bus, so they did you a favor, okay? And this has basically been universally, like cosmically, like some people got some major spiritual protection, okay? Yeah. And the universe is like, hey, I'm gonna help you in the physical realm. I'm gonna create this new little path right down to the ocean. And anybody that was trying to mess with you guys, anybody that was trying to mess with what you've been waiting for, that thinks that they're trying to pull one over, oh ho ho honey. Oh, Emperor energy, okay? Aries energy. It can be an Aries. I see a lot of fire. Also, if an Aries was trying to do something bad, or a fire sign was trying to do something bad, they may be the ones getting the cut right now, okay? They may also be the ones saying that you're the wish fulfillment, and they may be the ones that are having a hard time to approach you right now. Okay, take it as it resonates. Some truth has to come to light. Some old structure. Maybe how you're viewing family. Maybe how you're seeing family. Maybe some people have a little bit of a mental construct. Okay, some of you guys may actually just be physically fucking hiding, okay? You may be like me, I'm like on my agoraphoria, agoraphobia kick where I'm just like, you know what, like, all these people out there seem a little sketchy at best to me, and like, they're out there like trying to put like weird spells in like my food and my drink and like poison me and my cat and do weird shit. Like, I ain't trying to like sneak around to go out in the sun for people to need to see me in the physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need security. Security, like, this isn't a mental construct. I know I'm protected by a higher divine, obviously. It's just like, I don't want all these fuckboys coming around, you know? Like, I don't want to deal with that. You know, it's like extra work for me that I don't need. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, if somebody wants to do something, say so, and come and pick me up, or, you know, send me some flowers with a little note or a letter telling me how pretty you think I am, or whatever, right? So this is what feminine and masculine are saying. Like, hey, if you've been doing all this work and you want to change my life, let's go. Okay, let's go. Hold on, guys, 1 second. Always these naughty little boys. Always up to something. Always up to something. It's like boys, right? I don't know about you guys. I had 3 brothers and I grew up in a family like with a lot of brothers or cousins. But I know when the boys are being quiet, that they're up to something, and if they keep doing naughty things, I'm gonna turn the hose on them. I'm gonna turn the hose loose on them. I will get super feisty and super spicy. They love to blow these fireworks. And what they've been doing is they've been trying to go have like boxes downstairs in the car area. So they've been trying to like sneakily go there and like get stuff out of the boxes, but they may not be that surprised, or maybe may not be that excited because it's like costume stuff and like art supplies. So like all this work for nothing. And then I'm just like, every time I want to invite them in or to like do something or give them something, then I'll like catch them like stealing something or doing something naughty, and I'm like, what the fuck, you guys? You know, like, every time. Didn't learn your lesson yet? No. And then they sit there all like, because I catch them. I must be like, I look at it like, you remember like when you were kids, I don't know how old everybody is, I'll age myself right now, but like, we used to watch like the Goonies and stuff, you know, and like different things like this. And so like when you're kids and you're just like, you gotta go to that like creepy witch's house, like that must be like how they look at me, like this crazy like witch lady, but like maybe they think I'm just like a pretty witch, you know, like I'll be Glinda, I'll just be like, change my name to Glinda, be the good witch. But they need to learn their lesson, straight up. Because I can't be giving them shit if they're just giving me shit all the time. Like, I'm not into that. Gotta work for it. And then I've been having some things like that where I'm just like, oh, well, give them some yard work or do this. And then I'm like, I can't do that. That's like child labor, right? Like, it's like, I'm like, give them something to do. And I'm just like, wow, I don't want to perpetuate this, right? My parents always were giving us shit to do, like dumb shit, like, do all of the chores, do all of the work, do all of that. Like, I didn't like that. I wanted to be a kid and play, so I tried my best not to take the same actions that weren't nice for me. Okay, so for some of you guys, messages from masculine. So masculine may not have learned his lesson. Also, what I'm really feeling is there's a lot of people around him. He doesn't want to share his moves, or he doesn't want to share his moves or let them know what's going on, because I think a lot of people around him around them are talking shit. Yeah. And he wants to create this stability, and this maybe means, for some, he could have, someone could have stabbed his back in a business, in a partnership, and that could be coming to an end, and that could be what he's trying to come to an end. He's trying to figure that out first. Yeah. For them, I'm feeling a major, it can be a marriage. For some, it is a marriage or a partnership. But yeah, they have to know, because it's like limbo. It's like fucking with their security a bit. Yeah, but they are, but someone is losing something, and someone is having to walk away. The Queen of Swords. So there was a very definitive action, and call that was made, judgment or something that was made. Okay. Feminine. Messages from feminine. The soulmate cards. Whoops. The Three of Wands. So for some feminines, they've been waiting for people to come in, and they could be being offered quite a lot. Or maybe all they're getting offered is a D. I don't know. They could have been waiting for it. I actually feel that feminine is like, listen, I've been waiting for a long time. Like, I'm gonna be needing some of this real quick, right? For the record, she loves the wand, okay? And maybe she's been waiting for a fucking long time. Waiting forever since her fucking children. Okay? Like, now, it's like, now I need this, and there's options. Okay. The Empress, she's the Empress. Naturally, like, people are flocking to her. Naturally, people want to serve her. Okay? She's trying to figure out how to balance it. She doesn't want to add extra stress or extra strife or third parties or anything like that, but she does feel like it's fair for her to get someone to put in the work. If you're too busy, Emperor. Yeah, if you ain't coming, look at this. If you're not coming and you're not putting in the work, then she's like, listen, I'm gonna have to make the call with somebody who's trying to like make some action, and like, don't be acting all defensive and overprotective about that shit because you were moving hella slow, too slow, not walking away from this other dumb shit, being over emotional and not letting that shit die. When she's over here like, I'm ready to be honored and worshiped and experience this passion, right? I'm ready to start this new thing, right? Whatever you want to work on, we can fucking talk about that later, right? We can talk about that, like we have a whole entire fortunate future together. But like, I think there's gonna be a little bit like, if you want to keep working instead of, if you want to keep defending work instead of finding the balance and realize that we already put in a lot of work and now someone needs to put in some action. And she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it to be a fuckboy. She doesn't want it to be somebody that's in and out. That's not her judgment call. She's looking for more of a physical offering, okay? But she's not gonna keep waiting for a not missed opportunity. She needs someone that's gonna offer that. And if that means she has to be detached, if it means I'm not gonna be strong, I'm just gonna be whatever, and I'm gonna be in this state of detachment of, I don't need to connect and have my feelings or feel my feelings. I just need to, you know, have my needs met. Well, I feel like masculine's been doing that for quite some time. So, Judgy Sunday is, if you don't offer this fucking cup of love, don't expect her to be moving in your direction. You might find yourself standing there by yourself. But you can find yourself in that beautiful house with that beautiful car, but you have to make the decision and stop fucking using excuses and start taking action. And don't act all fucking heartbroken. If somebody else comes to offer her that security of the D, that little fake love, she don't care. She feels victorious as long as she's offered. She can make it into love. She good. Okay, guys. Intense masculine. You better do something. Do fucking something. Let her know something. Which is interesting because in this channel it's talking about like, we don't message, we just use telepathy, we don't do that. Like, I get that because that is the twin flame journey, but we've reached like a pivotal point, right? We've reached a pivotal point, and so either people are coming into the union or they're not coming into union in this lifetime. That's where we're at in the twin flame journey. So you can't expect your twin flame to keep waiting. You're gonna lose that fortunate opportunity because she knows when it is. You know when it is. The veil has to come off. Can't be entertaining these other things anymore. It doesn't work like that. Can't do both. But I'm pretty sure if you're tapping into the Empress, the Divine Feminine, then you got yourself a girl that can be both. So, no decision. No decisions necessary because you already made it, right? A small offering, not showing that you love them, but saying, well, I did these things for you. Like, that's not enough. That's not enough, okay? That's not, we are in Mars, we're in Pluto, we're in Scorpio, we're in Libra. Like if with Venus, like no. If you're not trying to go in and confess your love right now, like we're about to move into Scorpio in like a few days, go in, confess your love, be all the extra right now. Be all that extra, like anything that you thought was like too much, like not even, like extra, like Morticia and Gomez Adam, right? This is the energy, right? Tap into the energy of your ancestors, like their little moves, their suave, you know, yeah, they know. They already know. They've been trying to connect it because it heals. This is what is the final, this is what is the final thing that we have to do, right? Is we're healing. This is the ancestral karma. That's how we heal it. That's how we heal between the masculine and the feminine, the ancestral karma. That's how we heal it. That's how we get the justice, right? Justice healed after taking the leap of faith. Okay? So that's how we heal the karma, you guys. Okay. So, meow me know. The more you know, the more you know. The better you are. Okay, as always, guys, infinite blessings, love, and light. If you want to support me, I would really love that. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Go down to my Give, Send, Go. Send $1, $5, $25. Anything is amazing for my time. I appreciate it, and everything will be returned to you tenfold. Just know that. And yeah, guys, if you want to schedule a personal or private reading, it's DivinityWithinThee at gmail.com. I never reach out or offer readings. I only schedule them as I feel energetically available or drawn to them. So go ahead and email me. And yeah, as always, if nobody told you today, I love you. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. Keep on going, and you got this. Ciao for meow. Zoe out.